Hello everyone, my name is Luis Alvarado. I am from Colombia and I am taking this course because I really like to work with dogs. I remember when I was child, I used to have a couple of them. I used to have three dogs, and from there I was I was I was having different types of dogs until now. So that's why I have decided to take this course because I consider that in the future I can contribute with my knowledge and with my skills to these beautiful animals. That's why I am interested to improve my skills with this course. So today I'm gonna talk about an important topic that is clickers and words, but I'm gonna explain step by step every one of them in order to understand and clarify each point. Okay, let's move on. So I'm gonna call this environment. Why environment? Because from my perspective as a owner and as a student in dog training, it's really important to note where we are going to walk our animals because we need to identify a couple of things, important in things like we need to identify dangers, uh, we need to identify hazards, and also we need to identify what is around the environment, like cars, like another animals, like if it's raining or it's sunny, and if there is a group of children playing next to the park. So why we need to identify this? Because if we don't know the dog which we are uh, training or walking, it can it can interferes in our process because first of all we need to know if our dog is a stable dog or is a stressful or a nervous dog, or he is afraid of social interactions, or if he has a good socialization methods. That's why we need to identify the environment first. Okay, so I will say communication is the key, is the fundamental key for a good training process and a good socialization with our animals. Also, it's important to know body language, facial expressions, and in order to have a good quality of training process. Okay, next one. So we have, as I said before, we have communication. We use communication as a channel to improve the quality of life in our animals. So we have the clicker. The clicker, a dog clicker is a small device that makes a click sound when you press it. Is used in positive dog training. The idea is that the sound acts as a behavior maker. It tells the dog exactly the moment they do something you want, like sitting, giving a pat, or staying still. Basically, when the dog sit, you can click and the dog is gonna understand in that process. The dog is gonna understand that every time when they sick, is gonna click something, and then you just can press the button, and the dog in the future is gonna be aware that he has to sit. That's the purpose of the clicker. Next one, we have words. I like words as a better channel of communication for me. From my perspective, is a as a better way. So words is a short, consistent word that the dogs learn to associate with a correct behavior, signaling that they will receive a reward. So this part is really important because when we are training and we uh, give the order to our animal sit, and he immediately sits, we can give him a reward. So how can I say it? Like the animal understood that every time when he sits, he's gonna receive a sweet thing or the favorite the favorite rewards or favorite food or the favorite cookies. That's why he performance this command. So it works just a clicker, but uses a human voice instead of the clicking sound. Okay, in this case, I like to use whistle as well. So actually, in the video, I was using some whistle to performance my presentation. I expect this is a really good method. Also, I was using the word sit as a way to teach to my dog, and I was using rewarding. Okay, let me see the next one. Okay, sit. Why sit? I think sit is one of the basic commands that we use in daily lives with our animals. And I think when we teach different commands, we are creating barriers and limitations. This is really important because we need to teach to our dogs that they have limitations, they have barriers that they can't break, because otherwise our communication or socialization is gonna be broken all the time, because the dog doesn't have any barriers or limitations. That's why it's really important to create this type of process, this type of methods, and because we are making rules with our animals. That's why it's necessarily. Okay, let's move on. Next one. Okay. Uh, thank you so much for listening, and I'm gonna add the next video where I was practicing with my dog's friend, which is a beagle, and it was really good for me. I was learning a lot and I was having fun, and I hope it can work as my experience that I am achieving. And thank you so much. I really appreciate. Nala. Go. Nala. Nala, come. Nala. Sit. Yes. Nala. Sit. Yes. Sit. Yes. Nala. Nala. Come. Sit. Nala. Come. Sit. Yes. Nala. Nala. Come. Nala. Come. Sit. Sit. Yes.
Está sucio.
Ya lo puede cortar. Come. Sit. Nala. Sit. Go. Nala. Back. Nala. Back.
Tiene sed. La grabo todavía.
Nala. Nala.